I moved again. Also, this is completely independent of the you won't believe where I've been storyline. And I get it. I move quite a bit, but I'm young. I'm exploring the world. I'm trying to figure out things, you know what I mean? Listen, the hallmark of our society is giving a bunch of rich guys complete control over our housing supply. It'll tend to happen.
I am the loneliest man on Earth.
What the hell? If I'm being honest, I'm getting pretty sick of moving. But because of this constant creative configuration on where I can rest my little tootsies, I was able to experience a pretty good chunk of this place we call home, and I gotta say... Alright, picture this. It's 2023, everyone's forgetting that a literal plague sent the world into utter chaos, and I find myself living in Southern California once again. Ow! Ow! Life is a funny thing. People change. Ow! Tough decisions need to be out. Are these canned tomatoes? Could you at least open the... It was for my dad. Being back in Southern California, living under the roof of my parents' lovely suburban home, that made me want to jump headfirst off a 10,000-story building and jump off a roof off a 10,000-story building and sock full of grapes off a 10,000-story building. I fucked up this line. I don't care anymore. Fuck you guys. You know I don't need much to be happy. Throw me into a shoebox with a drawing tablet and a piano and I'm good. It wasn't until I realized how I was practically forced to spend my day that
Drove me into the cracks of your walls, watching every move you make. What the?
You don't love me. You don't love me. You don't love me.
Hurry up and upload!
Let me pre-emphasize what I want to lay out here. I came back to California. Yeah. But I've lived here, experienced here, and here, and almost killed here, and here. And I've driven across here multiple times. And when I paint this picture out to you, I'm not just describing California anymore, because it's everywhere. What, you might ask? Well, I think it'll be better if I show you. Starting outside my parents' home in the average suburban neighborhood.
Oh yeah, there's consequences to our horrific man-made atrocities. But how could we resist? We are such a hot, sexy mess.
Auga! Auga! That's what you... That's how you seduce women when you find... That's a byproduct of my issue. My main issue is having that itch to interact with another human being, but as soon as you manage to cross all the trials and tribulations to make it to the outside world, you're immediately met with... It's weird. It's weird how silent it is here. Not like a peaceful silence, like a lovely Japanese neighborhood with cool vending machines everywhere take me back. No, it's hard to describe. No one goes outside here. Like at all. Why? We've all these roads, but nowhere to go. No nearby grocery stores or shops. No trees for shade if we want to walk around on hot days. No easy access to cool social hotspots. Just roads. For miles.
But that's okay, because with all this anti-water rock everywhere, there's gotta be a way for us to get out and explore.
Come on, you look stupid smart. Let's put our brains together and really think of a solution. But we have all this oil. Don't want it to go to waste. I don't know. It's kinda hot today, isn't it? I'd rather do something else. But we have all this. I don't want to do that.
Oh, doy, cars exist. Why did I think of that? Stupid! Let me just... Believe it or not, this is a grocery run. Yeah, you have to make a day out of it. It was a culture shock to me growing up when I was finally able to move out of my parents' house, because what I thought the adult experience was going to be was, well, being able to move out of my parents' house, but also like all the TV shows and movies I watched that lied to me. I imagine myself making friends at some cool hotspot like a coffee shop, bar, or whatever else. I can't imagine myself because I was never shown anything else. But I imagine there would be a place where people could regularly meet up and talk about our days after work. But no. Instead we got...
Fent.
No, I'm just, like, really annoyed at cars. I don't like them one bit. But apparently we weren't always like this, which is kind of funny.
You see, during the 1920s and 1950s, Henry Ford sought out to make an affordable car for all called the S'mores Model T, something to take the fam around and breathe in the post-World War I soot. And with the help of our government officials and some terrible marketing schemes, this expert-hating man tried to convince the entire country that these cars represented the symbol for freedom. And oh boy, did the citizens take the bait. As cars became more popular, the decline of public transportation became more inherent as investments towards them stagnated, and the lovely streetcar systems that we once knew and loved were dismantled completely. Combine that with the post-World War II suburban boom, the Federal Aid Highway Act of 1956 that authorized construction of interstate highway systems, and our hatred for low-income neighborhoods, you got yourself the modern age of oversized trucks, parking lots, and grab-and-go culture. Get out! Get out! You shan't socialize here!
In today's age, we mostly have to look out for...
I am the billionaire. I make pee-pees and poo-poos just like you.
What?
Oh, did I forget to say that?
Hey, sorry, man. I don't got any change.
Scan complete.
Before I was so rudely interrupted, we have to look out for...
You see that guy? Yeah, you see him, right?
that guy.
He wants me dead. So many people here just like him do. I think.
Says so right here on insertmanicthoughts.com.
You know, the application we sit on after a stressful day working a 9 to 5. How else would we spend our time? Cars Land, remember?
An institute of dilution, stagnating any social skills we could acquire while developing into prideful pseudo-intellectual personalities rather than, I don't know, talking to your neighbor.
It's funny, but not at all, because we go, hey, paranoid angry person, go out and work an underpaying 9 to 5 job, where the only time stores are open are from 9 to 5. And by the time you get to experience your precious time off, we also made it damn near impossible for you to get anywhere.
But that's okay, because who needs a proper social environment when you can sit indoors, eat chip, and fester on your own thoughts while scrolling social media, reminding us of all our neighbors' atrocities, which are a lot of atrocities. Be paranoid. Be proud. Do you really need anything else?
People like to try and psychoanalyze me, diagnosing me to be autistic. And whenever they do, it leaves me thinking, I don't think I'm autistic. I think I'm just socially inept due to our terrible infrastructure. Obviously, living like this was driving me mad, so what did I do to change this vicious cycle for myself? No. Could you imagine? I get you to doom and then dip? Anyway. You hear it all the time. America #1, we're the greatest country on earth. What the fuck is a kilometer Kai? And when you hear that, you don't really have to think beyond it because you have no other frame of reference than what you're able to see. But I've seen beyond. I've seen the oasis that we could have, we could be. And I'm so pissed off that we're not. We don't have it. I might just be complaining. And I get it. Not everyone can afford to get out of their comfort zones. Not with these artificially inflated prices. Wow! But here's the thing. I am. That sounds such like a snob. Jesus Christ. Listen, it was between healthcare or going on some trips, and since privatization is the destruction of basic necessities, I chose the latter. England, Australia, Europe, Japan, just a few places I visited that left me dumbfounded. And I hear you, still within a bubble of its own, but you have to understand, it shattered any comprehensive reality-checking walls that I still needed to come down, seeing people step outside of their home and walk to the grocery store. Seeing people leave their homes and walk to work or a friend's house who lived down the street. Being able to walk myself to a nearby train and take laughably short commutes to get to other cities or even countries. With absurdly healthy food everywhere. Shut up, you can't make fun of me. I didn't know we can have this. We live under capitalism, finding the cheapest way to do everything.
No matter the cost.
Australia and Japan stood out to me the most, because I stayed there longer. Japan blew my mind in regards to the plethora of public-owned shops. They don't seem to let a single section of their infrastructure go to waste. Every alleyway, every nook and cranny, every skyscraper we see as empty office buildings, they have as markets that just go up. There wasn't a single moment I thought, man, there is nothing to do because of the overwhelming abundance of cool, passionate stores their cities had. Australia, with their light rail system, genuinely made me feel like a toddler on their first carousel ride, eyes wide open with delight as the world gently swayed and spun past. Each moment, a new discovery. I cannot tell you how much of a little kid I felt like, being able to just go anywhere I wanted. It was just weird to me. I think that's why I ended up developing this hatred for our current car-based infrastructure, why I love proper public transportation. I feel like if we had easy access to actually go out and socialize, we wouldn't be as fucking crazy as we all actively are, especially online. I don't know. I know it's not the best way to think, but I genuinely look at this and I go, man, if I grew up like this, I'd probably find something else to complain about. But I'd have a real-life community. A place with face-to-face faces to feel belonged, with characters of many sorts, some I might not even agree with, but learn to live with. And then learn to love. A place to call home. Not just the circle jerk of an online community, no offense. When I got back home and sat in my asphalt box, I got this sudden burst of energy to just find something here, where I live, where I was born. I needed to break away from the cycle of abuse that is a capitalized car-based infrastructure. Otherwise, I think I would have dunked my head into a bathtub full of piping hot chili. So I opened my laptop, watched all the top 10 most walkable cities in America videos I could find, traveled more than I should have to visit and physically see these cities in order to see what all the hubbub was about, and I came to the conclusion that we have fucking nothing. Well, except... Oops, sorry, that's Jersey. Let me just...
New York City. A city full of lively folks, culture, and pee. So much pee.
It's a beautiful thing, being able to walk outside and see another person. Wilson, you will be forgotten. Living here has been nothing but a social experiment gone right. Have you ever seen a dog grow up in the suburbs? You look at it and go, if that dog got out, it'd probably eat a child. Have you ever seen a dog grow up in a city full of life? The difference is staggering. Project that onto the people, you dirty dogs, you, and you got yourself an understanding for why everyone here are literal social behemoths. It's kind of hard to keep up sometimes. I'm walking outside of my apartment and I'm suddenly in conversation with someone I've never met before, just walking in the same direction as me, helping me steer through the convo. I'm learning new dialogue options the longer I'm here. I've never lived in an area where the major consensus is that, hey, we're all in this together. You get your rabble-rousers every now and then, of course, but it feels nice. Sounds ridiculous, but I genuinely feel like an infant taking his first steps again.
Hi, I am Peepees and Poopies, just like you. Nailed it.
Peepees, you make a lot of money doing evil things, don't you?
Yes,
Oh,
but who's to say what's good and what's evil? Besides the cheap child labor abuse from less established countries, subtracting the cornered markets and takeover of cities, abusing infrastructure laws to allow for my products to flourish through dependency alone. And sure, I raped a few women. But Adam, you have to understand, all I truly want in this world is a friend. Will you be my friend?
Oh, Peepees, why didn't you say something earlier? Of course not!
Wherever you go to wallow, they just to follow.
'Cause of jackasses like this.
Oh, so close.
Australia and Japan really hit me with those rose-tinted glasses of having a dollar only strong outside of its own country, because although I do feel I found my home inside my home, I found a place that meets the social criteria I've craved for so long, a place void of any licensed majorities. I have to come to a realistic, bittersweet conclusion that this is all temporary. When this jackass says you have to live like the rich in order to feel any kind of normalcy. Unless we do something about it.
No, not you, just some kid.
But whatever. I am only 27 years old, today 28, caught in a paradox of being seen as someone who should have all the answers, when in reality, I'm still trying to make sense of the world myself. But as much as I complain, I know everything will be okay. I just need a change. So I made it happen.
If I have to remain lonely, so does the entire world.
I'm starting to get real sick of this ugly son of a bitch. So let's do this.
It has been a long journey during the making of this video. Many hurdles, mostly involving moving. But anyway, if you would like to support the channel, best way to do so now besides just watching or grabbing some merch from the merch store is to join our new little Patreon community, where you'll be able to see behind the scenes content, have your name at the end of each video, and no matter what the tier, be invited to our new Discord server, which will also connect you to our exciting new Minecraft server. We're building ourselves a little civilization. Don't forget to comment, subscribe, like that smash button, and remember, stay hydrated.